Hey everybody, I'm Eric from GameShampoo.com, and today I'm just going to go over some of the settings on the PlayStation Vita, hopefully answer some quick questions about the functionality of the system and how to tweak it a little bit to your liking. So let's take a look at the settings menu and dive right in. So, I'm on the second menu right here. See, scroll down. And let's jump into the settings by hitting the green toolbox icon. Start it up. Now I'm just going to go over every setting here and what it does. So first off, we've got flight mode. And taking this box right here, you can see that all of the internet settings went away on the top corner, and a picture of an airplane appeared instead. Take it off again. It's got to wait, and then get the signal back. So obviously what that's doing, just like an iPhone or an Android phone or something of that nature, you're taking that box, it's cutting off all of the network features so that the wireless info coming into your Vita doesn't interfere with the gadgetry on the plane. You've got the system update as the second one right there, perhaps telling that it's so prominently placed on the system, but I digress. The system update, that's just how you're going to manually update your system. PS3 owners and PSP owners are pretty familiar with this process at this point, probably. When Sony updates the system and you try to play a game online, it's going to say, hey, you need to do a system update. You just come here, tap that icon. It'll update the system, give you some new features, you're good to go. Network, we've covered that in a past video in a lot more detail, but basically that's where you're going to go to configure your Wi-Fi and your 3G settings. PlayStation Network, on the other hand, that's where you're going to go to change your username, your password, billing information, important stuff like that. So that's a very important one to take note of. Application data management. Let's actually jump in there real quick. Application data management is basically your save data on the Vita itself. So you see you've got save data for PSP, add-on data for the Vita, and add-on data for the PSP. I don't really have any of that on here right now, but application data management is basically where it saves a lot of that system level stuff. And if you get any apps on the PlayStation Store, like the coverage policy they've got going on right now, that's where that information is going to be saved to. Sound and display, that one's pretty obvious. We've got your brightness right here. So, make it brighter, make it darker. I like it where it was before. Notification alert sound. Basically, that's just like if this little button down here, this little light will light up when you get a notification or not. It's kind of a power saving feature, really, I guess. And then it'll make a sound if you get a message or something. You can take that off. Take off the menu music. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because the menu music is legit. Location data. This is used in Nier and a few games like Mod Nation Racers, where the system will actually recognize where you are, and it will, in the case of Mod Nation Racers, it'll give you rewards for traveling the world in real life. In Nier, it'll tell you when there are people around you also using their Vitas connected to 3G or Wi-Fi. Maps, it can guide you from place to place, just like a GPS, although obviously not quite as good as a GPS, but, it'll give you the map screen. It's a very useful thing to turn on. The only reason you might not want to turn it on is maybe for privacy's sake. Security. Let's hop in here. You've got parental controls that you can put on your system, and you've got a screen lock where you can put in a code, just like on your cell phone. You can put in a code that you have to press in before you can get into the system. You can do the very same thing here. Or let's go into parental controls. And, okay, well, you have to set a password. I don't know. 0000. Classic. And, it's pretty detailed. You can choose to disallow the browser, disallow location data. And then we've got this little content thing here. Level 9, level 10, level 11, level 3, level 2, level 1, etc. And then off, which is what I want. But basically, let's go in here. But every application, every game on the Vita is kind of rated with this number in mind, and as it says here, the lower the level, the tighter the control. So with 11, there's no control. With 1, a lot of things are going to be blocked out. And I obviously want no control. Date and time settings, self-explanatory. Language, again, self-explanatory. System menu. Got a lot of useful stuff in here as well. You can get your system's information. This is really helpful if you're going to need to call Sony's support line. Cases for general support, probably not. But and then auto start settings, power supply settings. You can go in and see an error history. You can go, terms of use, stuff like that. IP notices, a lot of like legal stuff. Format, that is basically if you want to wipe your system clean, do not hit that unless you are dead serious about wiping everything off your system. Of course, it'll ask you if you want to do it first, but. And then we've got power save settings, of which there is 1, auto standby. After 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. So I have it for 3 minutes right now. And that's basically, you put your system down, 3 minutes later, the screen darkens and then turns off. Just to save the battery, which is great because the battery is not the longest lasting battery ever. And then back out, and that's about it. So that's the settings menu. That's what everything does. You can kind of tinker a little bit to get the system arranged just to your liking. And there's some really useful features in here. So I hope that helped, whatever you're looking for. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.